Hello and welcome back to our Greenskins campaign in the Old Realms. If you would like to download the mod, there is a link in the description. It's available on ModDB, and I think it's actually available on Steam too. I don't know. I don't really download mods from Steam that much, but otherwise, we have now returned to Gromodrak Hold. And we're going to be doing a tournament, because apparently, and this is a very cool feature once again, the career, yeah? Let me just go there real fast. The career has to be completed through a quest line. And this is very, very interesting because other careers in the Old Realms are actually tied to renown and your clan tier. If you can get your clan tier higher, then you're going to be able to advance as, you know, normally as you would from, you know, the base game, because renown obviously is tied to pretty much everything progression-wise. However, with the orcs, that is not the case. The orcs do need to complete the Path of the Boss quest. Yeah, so in other words, we're going to be doing that. It's going to be kind of interesting. So let's have a look. 10% better killing when wearing small, bigger, and longer choppers. All right, sounds pretty good. And I'm going to show you. Here it is. This is the Path of the Boss. And you get to see here, we need to reach 125 of one-handed, two-handed, polearm, win 50 battles, win 15 practice battles or tournaments, they count as 1 and 3 respectively, and convert 150,000 worth of loot to teeth. Yes, to teeth. And indeed, we're also going to be winning 25 brawls. I don't think I'm going to be able to win. Maybe I will be able to. I don't know. Brawls are a little bit difficult, as I said in the previous episode, for us to win just purely because we are so low level at the moment. But maybe it's going to be a little bit easier because I'm a little bit more used to things now. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. What I'm going to do is I'm also going to be taking form-fitting armor here, less weight, I guess maybe makes sense. We're also going to be speccing a focus point into two-handed here because, as we have just found out, we need to get to 125 in all of these weapon skills to be able to get to the next, the next skill level for our career. And it is going to be extremely important that we actually do this. So I'm a little bit in two minds about whether I'm even going to be able to do this. I know I will be able to very easily complete some of these objectives, but others are going to be quite tricky. Let's just say that. For example, the Brawl thing. We need to, what is it, win 25 Brawls? I think that's quite hard. Anyway, as you can see right here, we're going to be getting a proper Orc Bigger Slasher, which is a two-handed sword, innit? Yeah, so we're going to be getting that, which is 136 swing damage. I cannot wait to get this, actually. I'm very much looking forward to getting that. So let's see if I can even win. Maybe I won't be able to win, eh? Wouldn't that be hilarious if I'm unable to win this? This is an amazing arena, by the way, as well. As you can see, look at this. Look at how cool this is. Okay, so unfortunately, this guy is probably going to have my number. Oh, dear. Wow. Okay, yeah. Oh, 57? Okay. 57 damage. I don't know why he's blocking only in this one direction. That's kind of weird. I did get 6 skill points and two-handed for that. That's pretty nice. That's not too bad, right? That's okay. Oh, dearie me. Okay. It's kind of unfortunate I can't use my career ability in the tournament. It would be very nice if I could. Oh, nice damage immediately. Great. Oh, blunt damage. Nice. I like it. I'm very, very happy that they actually gave me a proper good blunt chopper. It's not a blunt chopper because it doesn't chop, but it is a blunt something or other. I actually don't know what they call these things. A pounder or something like that? I don't know. Anyway, I'll have to have a look at my weapon after this. We're actually up against a war boss. Oh dear. That is not good. Please, sir. Take mercy on me, sir. He's not going to, obviously. That's not what orcs do. That is not what orcs do. So, yeah, let's try and see if we can maybe make something happen here. This is going to be quite problematic. I'm going to go for overheads, actually. I'm going to go for some overheads. That's probably going to be the best course of action. Or maybe not. 27 damage only? Okay. I guess the best course of action is just to try and destroy his shield as fast as possible. I'm not entirely sure why he's being so incredibly defensive. Every single thing he's doing right now is just basically just waiting. Okay, there we go. He's actually starting to hit me now, but unfortunately for him, because we are indeed an orc as well, we have very good armor. He has good armor. We have good armor. We've got pretty terrible weapons, and I'm surprised considering he's a war boss. I would have expected a war boss to be relatively damaging. but he is apparently not that bad. And there, his shield's gone. Okay, this should be very, very simple for us to deal with now. We could just vary up our attacks a little bit. Wow, that guy really took a huge amount of time to defeat. I can't believe it. Okay, so we're actually up against War Boss Hugert. Okay, in other words, Hurtbringer. Yes. Okay, well, let's see what we can do. Oh, two-handed. Okay, so he's got a two-handed. We've got a two-handed. This should be relatively simple if I can just get a nice overhead on him to begin with. Nice. That was actually a really, really good hit to begin with. And this particular axe has a crush-through mechanic, so I have to be very careful with this. Let's try and see if I can do a nice little overhead. Yes, nice. That's good. I wanted to hit him through the helmet. Nice. Get that. Get that. I need to hit him in the head if at all possible. Can I actually get him in the head? Yeah, no, it's not really working. There we go. Nice. We got him there. And yeah, it's a little bit... The hitbox is a little bit difficult to get right now. As you can see. I can hit him in the shoulder, and that doesn't really do much. There we go. In the chest. Yeah, this is bad. Nice. Oof, that was so close. Okay, I actually thought I was going to die there for a second. I really thought I was going to lose that. Okay, thankfully, there you go. We did it. So, we now have... Well, I don't really care about the renown. The renown doesn't really matter to me at all. However, we did get that wonderful two-handed sword, and I am going to be equipping it as soon as possible, because we are going to need to go into as many battles as possible and try to win them. Now, we do have a Brawl available here. Now, the question is, do you think I can actually do the Brawl and actually win? I don't know. We're going to be just equipping this now. I have no idea if my guy is even capable of doing this. Let's... Shall we try it? Shall I try it? I really... Oh, I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan. Let's go in and see what we can do. Maybe we're going to be able to do it. I mean, I need to do it, right? I need to do it for the actual quest. So this is going to be important. Ah, it's actually pretty nice. Okay, the two-handed is not as bad as I thought it might be. So let's see if I can do this. This guy's going to be really annoying. Yeah, as you can see right there, he's going to be... Yeah. Oh, 14 damage to the head? Really? 14 damage. Come on now. You could do much better than that, Barneys. Come on, Barneys. You can do it. No, he's absolutely terrible, isn't he? Yes. I mean, he has pretty terrible two-handed skill, but I'm going to need to do this if I want to have any chance of winning. Maybe I should just use my one-handed for the moment. I wish I had my career ability that I could use right now. Yeah, as you can see, this is going to be kind of dangerous. Yeah, I shouldn't probably use my two-handed, to be honest. Oh, he literally just stole my kill. That's not very nice of him. All right, well, you know, he's an orc. What do we expect? What do we expect from that? I don't know. These guys are both from the red team, so this is kind of hard. But the cool thing is that my blunt weapon does seem to be inflicting quite a bit of damage. As you can see, wow, that guy literally just got obliterated. He's gone from the face of the planet right now. He literally just got absolutely destroyed. And there you go. We did manage to achieve victory in the Brawl. Are we done? Yep. I think that's it. I actually had to press tab here. I don't know whether that retreated me or... No, there we go. You have won the Brawl. The crowd cheers your victory. You earned 1,719 shinies, 4 renown, and 12 teeth from your Brawl. Some of the greenskins were quite impressed, and they join you. Claim your prize. Alright, I like it, and we need to wait 7 days to be able to do the next Brawl. Wow, okay. That is quite significant, but that's okay. That's alright. As you can see, we now have 58 people in our army here, and I am very much willing to go and fight something. Fosric's Fortress is absolutely terrible for us. We are not a magic user, so I'm not going to be doing that. Otherwise, let's make our way over here. Hideout. Ooh, there's another hideout. We could potentially do that if we wanted to. It was pretty easy for us to do that before. Not sure if we really want to. I think we will probably go for Woodchopper here, because this is not other mods that don't have shields. This is a shield mod, so generally being able to destroy shields would be probably pretty good. I kind of like the ability to do that. Let's increase my two-handed skill a little bit more. Let's get Vigor leveled up as well. I'm going to be a little bit, shall we say, single-minded now about leveling that up, which I'm not a big fan of, being single-minded in that regard, because, let's face it, I do like to have a wide variety of skills, but because of the quests, we do need to be a little bit, a little bit aware of that kind of stuff. So here we go. Hello there, sir. Orc Raider Biggin. Orc Raider Biggin. Okay, there's actually quite a few of them. They also have some arrow boys, and that's gonna be it's gonna be kind of dangerous, isn't it? Yeah, we could also obviously probably try to get quite a few of those. Some people, by the way, mentioned in the comments, thank you very much for this, by the way, you mentioned in the comments that the goblins are better used as miniature infantry, and actually you have a point, because from my perspective in the previous episode, when we had goblins just as infantry, we were winning battles really, really easily. But when we started to turn them into cavalry, that's when we started to have issues in regards to winning battles. So I would definitely say that it is much, much better for them to be infantry, not cavalry. And yeah, we're just going to try to move our forces into position here. Obviously, the fact is we have so many infantry right now, there's no point in me doing any kind of strategy, but we are going to try and see if I can do some damage myself before the enemy is upon us. Maybe I can do some damage to their... Yeah, there we go. Nice, 114 damage. How can I say no? That's great. Look at that. Nice. Obviously, polearms, for some reason, I don't know why my polearms are taking so long to level up, but they seem to be taking an aged level, as you can see. Yeah, it's also, this is going to be quite a problem. The arrow boys are going to obviously try to do as much damage as possible for us, and we're not really able to, retaliate as best as we could. I do need to level up my riding skill a bit more, and I'd love to be able to get another boar that would be kind of fun. I'm gonna go and try and see if I can. I'm just gonna tell my people to charge in now, and I'm gonna see if I can maybe do damage. Oh no, this is not gonna work, is it? Oh, wait. Oh no, actually, oh no, this is bad. Yeah, this is bad. This is not good. This is not good. I do not want to be here right next to these Arab boys. They are going to absolutely destroy me. Oh, dearie me. That is so bad. Yeah, well, I kind of need to, though. I kind of need to, because if we can get some more experience, I'll be pretty happy with that. I don't really want to get myself killed, though. That's the problem. Yeah, you see this? They're actually pretty damaging, surprisingly enough. You wouldn't expect them to be this damaging, because they are, well... I mean, to be fair, they're orcs, right? So, you wouldn't expect the archers to be so good. But actually, I feel like they might be really, really damaging if you put them into a critical mass situation. Just like, well, a lot of archers are like that. Okay, let's try and do some damage. 100 damage. It's not a kill, though. Not a kill. It's actually staggering how extremely tough these archers actually end up being. But thankfully, we are... very clearly destroying them, without any real big issues. As you can see, there we go, another little point here or there. I don't think we even need to level up riding skill or anything like that, so maybe at some point it would be a good idea for me to just get off my mount and just do damage in general. And there you go. Look at that, 19 renown? Are you serious? That's crazy. Okay, yeah, so we can actually level up these guys now. Let's get Orc Chopper. Should we get some Orc Choppers? Yeah, let's get some Orc Choppers. Let's get some more of those guys. Orc Biggin, Orc Boss. Let's go for Goblin Stickers this time. And we're going to get some of these guys. I'm actually going to get rid of the Goblin Wolf Rider Boss and the Wolf Rider Archers. I know. I did a bit... I feel like I made a mistake getting these guys, to be honest, because I feel like the goblins themselves, while they can level up into these things, and they do seem like they would be quite good, they are not going to be as good as if you were to put them into, I don't know, goblin bosses or nasty skulkers or something like that. Goblin bosses use old spears and knobbed clubs and stuff like that, and I feel like they're probably going to be more effective like that than anything else. So we're just going to move on with this. And, oh, hello. Okay, yeah, this is fantastic. We also got a gemstone. What is the gemstone for? I don't know what that's for. I'm actually wondering whether it's a selling thing, or if there's some kind of bigger thing, bigger use for it. I don't know. I'm actually not entirely sure about that, but yeah, well, we're just going to take that. I did almost die, so it's not exactly great, because that means that I'm going to have some issues getting away from here now without potentially getting assaulted by any number of bandit parties. Hopefully they're not going to see fit to attack me here. And yeah, did I level? No, I still didn't level up. Okay, unfortunate. Let's go for nomadic traditions, even though I'm not a big fan of that one. Steward, let's go with frugal. That's definitely going to make a bit of sense, isn't it? Yeah, I guess, kind of. I mean, maybe going for the other thing would be slightly better in this situation, because if I were to go for warrior's diet, as you can see, no morale penalty from having a single type of food. And obviously, as you can tell, we've got a huge amount of meat and quite a bit of fish as well. I don't really want to fight these guys if at all possible. I wouldn't mind fighting them now. Can I auto-resolve against these and actually win? I think I might be able to. Let's try and see if we can get into a battle against just one of them. Or not, or my guy's just going to stop moving randomly. Okay, I'm not entirely sure why he did that, but okay. Oh dear, it looks as though we are going to be getting into a battle with them. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I really didn't want to get into a battle with them right now. It would have been perfect if I could have gotten one of their parties, because I just wanted to auto-resolve against them, but it looks as though we're going to have a little bit of an issue here. Maybe we'll be okay, though. Maybe we'll be fine. I mean, I'm very, very damaged, as you can see, so I don't know. Maybe we're going to be okay. I mean, these enemies are probably not going to be that dangerous. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure about that, but yeah, we probably also do not want to really get stuck in there super hardcore. So what we'll do is, the problem is I kind of need to go and assault, or should we say harass, the enemy archers quite a great deal, because if we don't, they will be targeting our forces down, and they will do some pretty big damage. They're pretty good at what they do, you know? So I'm in a bit of a spot of bother about that. Let's see if I can actually do something. Okay, nice. Yep, no, okay, that was okay. Ow. Okay, there we go. Nice. Let's tell our guys to charge in, because the enemy archers are actually at the front right now. Oh, no, never mind. The infantry have decided that they want to get stuck in there. Okay, the question is, should I switch to my two-handed? I don't know whether that's a good idea. My forces do seem to be having a pretty good time, because the enemy archers are actually focusing me quite a great deal. And let's try and see if I can do some damage with this. Okay, how much? 127! Okay, oh, hello. Okay, I found my new favorite. Okay, hello there. Oh, now 209 damage. 209 damage from a single hit. Yeah, I don't mind dying. You can kill me. That's fine. That's okay. I found something very, very cool right there. Okay, I am very much looking forward to using our two-handed more now. But then it does mean that our pole arm is going to take ages to level, of course. But there you go. 21.6 renown. Very, very nice. And as you can see, we now have an additional bunch of party size. So this is going to be pretty crazy. Let's go with these, I guess. Do I really want to continue going for these? I guess so. Goblin archers, goblin boss, nasty skulker. What does the nasty skulker actually have? They have Pugios. Okay, they have Pugios. That's actually quite funny. I don't even know whether these guys would be really effective, because the goblin bosses, they have the old spears and the knobbed clubs. I feel like they're probably going to be more effective, so I'm probably going to wait until they level up into those. But it's, I don't know, it's very cool. It's very cool, actually, to see that. But yeah, otherwise, let's have a look. What do we have here? Nothing really to write home about. These are actually slightly better. Let's wear those. What else do we have? Yeah, nothing really spectacular. Okay, there we go. That's absolutely fine. All right. Yeah, so 200 damage from the two-handed sword. Cannot wait to use that again. And let me... Oh, yeah, now we are actually doing really, really nicely right here. So we've gotten full bar. I don't actually know what this even means. We just do more damage. Food consumed is plus 100%. Party size plus 120. Are we actually... Yes, we are actually there. That's crazy. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure how this is really going to work. because I don't have enough HP to get into these battles. But yeah, I guess we could try to recruit some Black Orcs. It's going to be 510 for one. That's kind of insane. I'd like to join them as a mercenary if at all possible. If I could join them as a mercenary, we would have an insanely good time. Let me see if I could speak to this guy.
Yours is not a fate.
Hello there, sir. Okay, I would like to, let's see who's the biggest and strongest. No, let's not do that. I would like to enter the service. There we go. My sword is yours for the right sum. 345. Oh, wow. That's really, really good, actually. Yeah. That is really, really good. So hopefully what we're going to be able to do is... Oh, they've got 23,000 now. Okay, that's really nice. Okay, so let's just sell all of this. That's going to be 6,500. We can sell all of this. There's 9,000 total. Do they have any food? They do not. Of course they don't. Okay, yeah. So that's going to be a bit of a problem. We might be able to... is there anything else I can do here? Can we do something with these? I can't recruit these or something like that? It feels like I can't recruit those. I don't know why. Okay, well, whatever the case, I did level up. Okay, so let's see what else I can get here. We're going to get combat tips. We're going to be getting... what do we actually need with the quest? Let's have a look. One-handed, two-handed, polearms, battles 1, arena battles 1, teeth received. I don't actually know how we convert loot to teeth. Is it just like this? No, it's not like that. That's not how it works. How do we convert loot to teeth? I'm assuming that what we do is it in the steward tree? Is it the paid in promise? No, that's just increased experience. I'm assuming there is some way for me to do it, but I don't know how right now. I actually wonder how would I do it? Because I can't go in here. What about the artisan district? Is it this? Visit the weaponsmith? Ah, no, this is just the smithy. Okay, yeah, well, that's not going to be particularly useful for me right now. What about the enchanter? Wait a minute, hello. Can I do enchants? Okay. What? Oh, that's what the gemstones are for. There we go. All right, okay, fine. So, gemstones are definitely something that we're going to be looking out for. Do I want to enchant this? You don't know any enchantment blueprints. Okay, yeah, well, that's absolutely fine. I don't really want to look for goblins right now. Okay, so it's time for us to actually defend against a party of people that want to actually fight some of our villagers. That's not very nice of them, but yeah, it's okay. Hopefully we'll be able to get some relatively decent skills here. We're going to be facing a caravan. Obviously, I'm not entirely sure how much we're really going to get for this. I kind of wanted to fight the... Wait, no, it isn't actually a caravan. Never mind. For some reason, I thought this was a Bretonnian caravan. I was actually fighting, or should we say, attempting to face them as best as I could. But yeah, as you could quite clearly tell, we apparently entered into a battle against these guys instead, which obviously is not exactly my intention. I was kind of hoping that we'd be able to get involved with a caravan because they are going to provide us with a lot of renown. They're going to get us a lot of renown, a lot of influence and everything. Going to tell my forces to charge in here. The enemy, or actually, wait a minute, the allied archers, or should we say allied party is actually running in here, which is probably not the best idea. I don't know why they would do that. I'm actually going to get off my mount right now. I'm going to try to use my career ability. See if we can maybe use that against these goblins. Boom. Okay, that was some massive damage. I'm not sure how that's really going to... Did that actually do anything? Oh, there we go. It actually did apply a bleed effect to them, which I am very, very pleased to see. The goblins, as you could quite clearly tell, though, are pretty difficult for us to deal with. Because they're very, very small, of course. They're very small. They're very difficult to hit. And maybe we can do some damage here to them, though. It looks as though that is actually it, though. The enemy... Ah, wait. We do have some archers over here. Are they actually going to be able to kill me before I get to them? Maybe. It does look as though maybe they will be able to. There we go. There's some nice damage there. I don't really mind if I die here, by the way. This is literally just to get me as much experience as possible. I just want to try to, you know, take these risks, try to get them killed for that experience. As you can see, obviously it doesn't do much, unfortunately. I don't get that many skill points from killing them because they are very low level. But look at that. We got, you know, relation increase. Relation increase is always relatively decent, especially when it comes to doing, well, getting village, what is it now? Village relations and stuff like that. Goblins? Do I want more goblins? Sure, why not? Let's take some more goblins, and there we go. We're going to just do this. Going to sacrifice these prisoners for meat, of course. And then, yeah, we just got a bunch of these things. So we're actually doing a little bit badly in terms of food right now. So what I'm actually going to do is we're going to go over to the nearest friendly town, whatever it is. Obviously, it can't be an orc town, because orc, apparently, they don't believe in food. They believe in killing things to get food. So, yes, unfortunately for me, we don't really have the ability to do that at the moment. So we'll go to Marienborg, and we'll actually have a look and actually see what we can do with that. As you can see, Middenland has just decided to declare war against us. We're moving very slowly as well, by the way. I'm going to need some horses. I will definitely need some horses. And in general, my mercenary contract could be better. So I am going to try to get into some bigger fights. There we go. We finally made it. Okay. Yes, this is perfect. So let's hope that they actually have some... Really? You don't have anything. You're absolutely useless. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Okay. That's really, really bad. Gonna have to sell all of this just to try to make that up. We barely have any money. Well, should we say any food whatsoever? We do have money, but we don't have any food here whatsoever. I'm very surprised. I was actually thinking they were going to have loads because they are a relatively large town. I am going to have to go around this way instead then, and we're going to have to go over there, see if we... Oh, actually, wait. No, there's a village right here which we might be able to find some sheep at. Because if we can find sheep, then we can obviously butcher them, try to get some meat that way. Let's have a look. Yeah, they do have quite a few. Okay, that's good. Let's just try to get some of this. Not the wool, thank you very much. This is way too expensive, by the way. Way, way, way too expensive for me. Let's do this. There we go. Okay, we got 60. That is absolutely terrible. That is really, really bad. But what can you do, eh? What can you do? I'm going to have to do what I can here. Let's try and go into a battle against these Empire deserters if I can. We're just moving so slowly right now. That's the reason why I kind of wanted to get some horses, but we need to kind of prioritize our food situation too. Oh my. I have a bad feeling about this. Oh, this is very cheap. Okay, yeah, let's just get that. That's quite nice. Are we moving a lot faster as a result of that? I didn't even see how much we actually increased our speed, but I'm assuming it's decent enough. Okay, well, let's try and see if we can find some enemies to fight before we run out of food, eh? Alright, so we got lucky right here. The caravan basically decided to just walk into me. I actually don't know why they did that, but I cannot be more thankful because it makes it a lot easier for us right here. So, yeah, we're just going to be making our way out. Let's see. They've only got 37, right? So 37 isn't going to be super, super bad for our... for our bashing boys. Yeah, bashing is the blunt term I think that they use for the blunt weapons. So yeah, otherwise let's see if we can... Oh, hello. Yeah, they've got some infantry right here. This might be a little bit problematic for us. Or maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Yeah, no, it's definitely gonna be. I'm actually really pleased to be fighting against humans, to be honest, because fighting against other orcs, it's quite tough because they're hard, you know. They've got a lot of HP and everything, whereas humans are not going to be as dangerous, or at least I think so. Probably not as difficult for us to deal with, or at least I hope not. I mean, you can see there we did 91 piercing damage. Really? Just 91? Are you serious? Come on now. We can probably one-shot some of these guys, can't we? Or maybe we can't. I don't know. Maybe we can't. Maybe we're too... maybe we've got two terrible skills. 107. We didn't even kill the guy. We didn't even kill the guy with 107 damage. Oh, okay. Apparently the humans are a lot more, shall we say, resilient than I would have expected. But, you know, that's just how it goes, I guess. They do have some crossbowmen as well. Yeah, I'm just going to switch to my two-handed now. Just going to try and do some damage with this. If I can actually... There we go. Look at the damage, though. It's insane. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. That's kind of the deal here. The amount of damage that we can do with the two-handed in comparison to the polearm is just staggering. The difference is immense. Can I actually kill this guy? Oh no. Are you serious? He's literally... Oh no, there we go, there we go. We got him. I thought I was going to die from that one fellow. Wouldn't that have been hilarious? Oh, that would have been so extremely embarrassing. That would have been proper embarrassing, wouldn't it? Yeah, exactly. I don't even know. An orc probably wouldn't say embarrassing, would he? No, probably not. Anyway, 15 renown for us right there. Not too bad. And I am going to be just sacrificing every single one of these. I am not going to be selling them or anything like that. There doesn't seem to be much point in that, in my opinion. Let's go for some more goblin stickers. Black Orc Brutes we can finally get now. Let's do some of this. There we go. We got 148. We also leveled up very nicely indeed. And we can now get Empire Chargers. How fast? Yeah, the Warboar only travels at 40 speed. That's the reason why it feels relatively cumbersome in comparison to other mounts of similar tier, because it's actually a war mount as far as I'm aware, isn't it? Is it a war mount? I actually don't know. I should probably try and see if I can buy better ones, but yeah, well, as it stands right now, we're in this situation. Let's try and see if we can get some more. I don't even know how we're really doing right now in regards to... where's my influence, by the way? Oh, there. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, it's not doing so well. Let's just say that. I need to get into a battle against someone really, really high level. Unfortunately, this caravan is way too fast for me, so won't be able to do anything there. But I wouldn't mind getting a vassal. Can we get a vassal, please? Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of time before we get one, I think. Alright, so we've traveled relatively far from our previous location, and we've now stumbled across a couple of beastmen hideouts, or shall we say one hideout, and I'm attempting to inflict as much damage as I can with my polearm here. I'm obviously using this in a, well, in a slightly different way, because obviously beforehand I was using it with a shield, and now I'm using it as a two-handed, and I'm thinking actually this is much better. As you can see right here, we're actually inflicting some pretty decent damage. I'm going to be telling my forces to charge in here, and I've actually split my infantry into two groups. And the reason why I've done that, obviously, is for some wonderful pincer movements, because that's definitely going to make a huge difference to our overall effectiveness. And if I can get some nice polearm skill, I'll be really, really happy with this too, because if I can level up my polearm skill to 125 faster, then that is going to be great. Maybe I can do that. I'm really wondering actually what the next career options are going to be, because if you're required to do all of this insane stuff, right? Well, it's not even really crazy. I mean, you know, it's pretty easy to do. It just takes some time to level up your skills and things like that. And obviously doing a brawl here and there, that's going to be, well, not as difficult because we do, you know, we kind of know how to do them now, but generally doing a brawl and being outnumbered, let's face it, maybe you're going to be outnumbered at some point. Maybe the opponent is going to have, you know, 2-3 people up against you. That's going to be a little bit problematic, right? You know, in those situations. But the fact is, if you can get all of those brawls done, then you're going to be absolutely fine. But yeah, obviously it's a little bit of a problem. Okay, look at that. 50, what? 54 renown. Look at that. Crazy. 12 influence for us right there. And indeed, look at this. We're going to be getting so many teeth. And we're going to also be leveling up a load of people. Okay, let's just do this. Let's do that. There we are. What do we want? Black Orc Boss or Black Orc Berserker? I don't know what the difference is. This is using a shield. This is using a two-handed. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Let's go for the Black Orc Boss so we get a shield for him. And then we're just going to be... Well, we're going to be leaving the rest, of course. We're going to be leaving the rest. There we go. Loads. Oh, we got an amber crystal as well. Nice, 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 nice. Yes, I am very much looking forward to that. And good amounts of leadership skill too. I'm actually quite surprised that we're getting so much leadership skill there. I do need to get some more focus points in that, in my opinion. That's probably going to make a big difference. So as you can see, this is where we currently are. So yeah, we actually stumbled across a huge number of parties, which I am very, very pleased about. Let's get preventive medicine. I cannot say no to that ever. And did I actually... Oh, yeah, we do have some points. Okay, this is great. Yeah, so basically Arm to the Teeth is going to be scaling with two-handed skill now. Bash down blockers for times faster. 4 times faster. Wow, that's really, really good. So we can destroy shields even quicker than we were previously. That's absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, now the question is, do I actually want to stay here? This is a little bit problematic. It's going to take me quite some time to get back. Oh, dear. Alright, it's time for us to enter a brawl. I'm a little bit damaged, so this might not work out too well. And considering I am basically by myself, this might not work out very well at all. But I am going to be using my... Yep, there you go. The blunt weapon, the Basher, is got it all on lock. Yeah, that's not what they're going to say. They're not going to say that. That's way too modern for them. Is it? Is it way too modern? Yeah, but probably. Okay, let's see what we can do here. We've got this guy. I'm going to try and see if I can beat him off the bat. There we go. Okay, maybe we can beat him from speed. Yeah, it seems like we are able to. Basically, the entire reason why we're winning this is just purely because we have this blunt weapon. The blunt weapon is amazing because it just has the ability to penetrate their armor so easily in comparison to the other weapon types. And the other weapon types, I've tried them out, or I've tried out, at the very least, the beginning sword in the Brawl, and it was not good. Don't even get me started. It was really, really difficult to actually make that work. But there you go. Alright, so we won another Brawl. We're going to need to win so many of these. Oh, dearie me. Okay, so we are now here. Look at that. I actually recruited 14 goblins. Wow. Okay, that's quite a lot. Alright, so before we actually do anything else, I decided, you know what, there are a bunch of caravans outside here. I'm literally just going to attack them straight away. And we are losing a handful of units here, but generally, I would say that because we are capable of recruiting people so easily, or at the very least, it feels like we can get them back really, really simply, I am going to just go for it. I'm just going to take those kinds of risks. And I feel like that kind of is worth it. As you can see right there, we're getting some pretty significant amounts. And yeah, I still, by the way, do not know how to, shall we say, donate loot to create teeth. I'm assuming that maybe there is a... I'm not sure, actually. How would we do that? How would we do that? Because there doesn't seem to be anything... here that tells me how to do that. Yeah, because the funny thing is, look at this. If I just do this, this does not give me any teeth, as far as I can tell. The only thing I can think of is to go to a person and actually just speak to them, and then that's it, and see what happens. We can't fight you, we surrender? Really? Nah, come on now, give me all your wares. Really? Oh, wow, okay. Sure, I guess I'll take all of that then. I got 12... They gave me 12,000. They literally gave me 12,000 for doing that. Hand over your goods. I want everything you've got. Give me all your wares. They literally gave me 5,000. This is insane. The amount of money that I've just gained in the last 2 seconds is more than I've gained from... Well, I mean, maybe all the battles that I've had. That is actually kind of crazy. Okay. Well, that's a great way of getting some getting some cash, that's for sure. And yeah, we can just continue recruiting people as best as possible. And wow, I'm actually very surprised that we were able to make that work. But yeah, we're going to be making our way back over to the Ungor camp that we were at beforehand. I think that's probably going to be the best course of action for us, especially when it comes to mercenary contracts and stuff. But I did want to come back here just to try to recruit more orcs, because we were running a little bit low, in my opinion, on that. So I do want to make sure that we are going to be as good as possible in regards to population. Now, as I said, I don't actually know how this whole teeth thing works when it comes to donating stuff. So yeah, let me actually just see here for a real quick second. So it says here, convert 150,000 worth of loot to teeth. Am I stupid? I think am I just really, really stupid and I don't know how to do that? Or is it just one of those things that's just a little bit, well, unknown until you try it out or something, or until you find something? Maybe there's a way for me to do it somehow. Maybe I need to go to the Shrine of Gork or Mork or something like that. Is that the way to do it? I don't know. Anyway, we're just going to make our way back here. Let's see. I kind of hope that we're going to come across a vassal. I'd love to be able to fight a vassal right now. But if I'm unable to, then that's okay. We don't really need to worry about that too much. I mean, I've got a lot of food, all right? We've got a lot of food. We've got a lot of teeth. We can sustain our people for quite some time here. And, well, I mean, if I can't find a vassal, that's okay. We can just fight some of these beastmen, and the beastmen are probably going to provide us with some pretty decent, or at the very least, pretty decent rewards, if I can find them. As you can see, they are seemingly a little bit further away from the Ungor camp that they were at beforehand. So, yeah, we're just going to auto-resolve this. Just going to auto-resolve the first one. Just going to let, you know, just get a little bit of influence and stuff like that first of all. And then we'll go into a manual battle against the next one. And we're just going to level these guys before we do that. There we go. Very nice. Okay, so let's go in here against these guys. 79 of them, no less. And this is going to be really, really good because we can also attempt, if possible, to try to assassinate the Minotaur himself. If we can do that, then we're going to be in a great position. I don't know why we even have horse archers, by the way. I don't know why we even have those, but okay. Apparently we do. And what I would love to do, actually, is I'd like... I mean, I kind of have to do it this way, don't I? I kind of have to do polearm on horseback. That's probably going to be the greatest way that I can level up my polearm skill. Yeah, I mean, that's the only way I think I can probably level up the polearm skill, because without that, without the speed that we get from, you know, being on a mount and things like that, I think it's going to be very, very difficult. For some reason, the enemy is being extremely passive right now. Usually, bandits and the like are not usually that passive, but they're very, very hesitant this time. Look at them. They're just kind of sitting over there. Not exactly too pleased about that, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, I really want to assassinate the Minotaur if I can. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Decent-ish damage that we're able to do, but unfortunately they are playing so defensively that it's almost impossible for us to do anything here. So that's kind of bad, as you can see. Yeah, they're just facing towards me. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to tell everyone to charge. Just going to tell everyone to charge. There's not much for me to do otherwise, because I cannot ride around them. I can't ride around them. If I try to do that, I'm probably going to get stopped somehow. I can try to do some damage to the archers here. Unfortunately, not that much is really doable. Maybe we can do something now? Yeah, no, we can try, but they are once again blocking. Yeah, it's very, very difficult to do anything here. That is actually quite disappointing. I was really hoping they would just charge, but apparently not. I'm going to get off my mount now as well, and we're going to do a little bit of damage with my career ability. Boom, there we go. There's the career ability going off. I don't know whether that's going to do anything. Did it actually do anything? It doesn't seem like it, actually. Because they should technically be bleeding right now. They should have been bleeding right now because I did inflict a bleed on them, but I assume the bleed does not do that much damage. I'd actually like to see how much damage that even did. Do I see it? Ah, there we go, yes. It did 1126 to 12 targets. Okay, I was kind of hoping it would do a little bit more than that, but oh well, never mind. Basically, even if we do take damage like this and we get ourselves knocked out, that's actually fine, because we're going to be getting some medicine skill from that. You know, obviously, medicine skill, very, very useful for us. And indeed, look at that. Okay, so we're getting 151 meat. That's obviously good. We can indeed level these guys up. Let's get that. Goblin boss. Very nice. I don't want any of these wolf riders. I'm actually going to get rid of the goblin wolf riders here. I don't really want those. Yeah, there we go. I'm kind of traumatized from using them now. They were just very, very not so good. So I'm kind of wanting to stay away from them as much as I possibly can here, just to make sure that we don't have you know, units that we can't really count on super hard, because they are they stay away from battle a little bit too much for my liking, but maybe that's just me, I don't know. Anyway, we're seeing if we can potentially find a vassal here. It's unlikely, I'd say, at this point. I don't know where they are, to be honest. I mean, generally I've been running around here for quite some time, and they do seem to be a little bit elusive. I'm not sure where they would be going, or what they'd be doing, but I assume that they're probably at war against a bunch of people, so that might explain it. Alright, so it's actually time for us to go into a battle against a vassal. So this is going to be a little bit difficult. Not sure how we're going to really do this, but yeah, we'll try it. We'll try it and we'll see how we go. Now, we do have, obviously, 85 in polearms here. I think one-handed is going to be relatively easy for us to get. Two-handed as well. I think the polearm is going to be the main problem here. So, as you can see, we also have a problem with the amount of brawls that we're going to win. I think what I need to really do is just travel from town to town to town. Yeah, also, if anyone knows, by the way, do by all means let me know how I convert these 150,000 worth of loot to teeth. I don't know what the actual process is, funnily enough, because, I mean, let's face it. It should be relatively simple, right? But for some reason, I cannot find the functionality, the mechanic that allows me to do that. So hopefully we're going to be able to find that at some point in the near future. But for now, let's do it against this vassal, see if we can achieve victory. Okay, here we go. This is in the snow as well, which is actually pretty good. I think this is pretty good. Maybe I am a little bit, yeah, as you can see, I really need to get a medic or something. I really do, because it's absolutely ridiculous that I'm going into every single battle being injured just because it takes us so long to recover our HP because we just don't have any medicine skill. The only time that I would be able to recover a little bit quicker is if I were to go into auto-resolve battles and let preventive medicine do most of the heavy lifting. That's pretty much the only thing I can really think of to make it slightly faster. But yeah, you can see here, obviously, if the enemy has a significant amount of cavalry, I think we're probably going to have a pretty decent time because the snow is going to slow them. Oh dear. Yeah, I have a bad feeling about this now. Yes, I have a very bad feeling about this now because that was a very large shot. And that's exactly what I thought about. Okay. Huh. See, this is exactly what I was talking about. This is exactly what I was talking about. I was very much hoping that we wouldn't have this kind of thing happen, but yeah, I kind of knew that it might, just purely because we were so damaged when we first initially came in here. Thankfully, because it is snowing, the enemy is not really doing as much damage as they would have otherwise done. For some reason, they are actually destroying us in regards to skirmishes now. So that's a bit of a problem in itself, but hopefully we're going to be okay in general. I would have loved to have stayed alive during this fight, but as is the case, headshots, right? I literally just got headshot across the board multiple times. Anyway, 54 renown and 40 influence, pretty decent. That's not too bad. And I am gonna, should I take him prisoner or should I just execute him straight away? Should I just literally execute him straight away? I don't even know whether I'm supposed to do that. Because here's the thing, if I execute him, I'm not sure if that's good for me to do, because technically death is disabled in the mod, so it might actually make things problematic for us. So I'm just gonna take him prisoner. Just gonna take him prisoner here, and we'll see what we can do. But yeah, that was a pretty harsh battle. I think what we're gonna have to do, to be honest, is I'm gonna have to go back to Orc territory, and I'm literally just gonna try to recover myself here and try to get some more people. Just try to get some more people, and obviously try to do some more brawls as well. The brawls are definitely going to make a big difference. Massive amounts of food and things like that coming from this too, which I very much appreciate. And wow, look at that. I have 16,000 weight. Is that just because I am literally running around with so much food right now? Yes. Look at the amount of meat that we have right now. It's actually insane. Okay, let me just do a little bit of something with that. I'm just going to get rid of 383 of that. Don't really need to worry about it too much. But yeah, we are otherwise now going to be making our way back to Orc territory. I'll try and see if I can maybe do a brawl or two on the way, if we can find a friendly town. Obviously, we're very much not in friendly territory at the moment. Alright, so upon returning to Orc well, I've just noticed there is a brawl available. I'm not entirely sure. Did we do the brawl here beforehand? I don't know, but all I do know is that I should probably take a look at some of the mounts that are available here. I don't think... Is it really okay for me to ride on anything but a boar? I don't think so, right? Because if I were to ride on a horse, I think that would look super weird, wouldn't it? I think that would be really, really weird. So probably not going to do that, but I am going to be doing the wonderful Brawl. And yeah, we do have some pretty decent cash. We've got 20,000 right now, so I shouldn't be, well, hopefully, at least, I shouldn't really be hurting for money for quite some time. Oh, nice. Oh, we just knocked him down. Wow. All right, the force of our strike there just yeah, he just absolutely crumpled. We crumpled him real good, didn't we? Yeah, we certainly did. We certainly did. He got bashed. He got bashed real good. I don't even know how to speak. I'm sorry, I don't know how to speak Orc, unfortunately. The writing that they have in the mod is so much better than what I can come up with off the fly here, so I'm gonna have to take some reference from that, I suppose. These guys were literally just brawling the entire time. They were doing some weird stuff right there, because I was like, oh yeah, I just took care of my own guy, and apparently that's it. There you go. That was actually pretty easy. Kind of surprising. As I said, I didn't really feel as though the brawls were that simple earlier, but I do think that if you are going to do brawls, I think it's extremely important. Oh, there's actually a tournament going on here too. Yeah, if you're going to do brawls, I'd highly recommend getting yourself a blunt weapon. Getting yourself a blunt weapon. That would be incredible. That's probably the best thing you can do in that situation, because when I went in there with my test character before I recorded the previous episode, I went in there and I was like, okay, well, what is the brawl? I don't even know what this is, right? You know, that was the first time I was going in there, and I just couldn't do anything. I just couldn't do anything because I was using a slashing weapon. It was really, really hard, actually, for us to do anything. So that's kind of the reason why I was like, yeah, I should probably get a blunt weapon as soon as possible. And you can see here, look at how easy this is now. Look at that. I can immediately just kill this guy, and we can probably deal with the goblin as well relatively simply. Look at that. That is so nice and simple. We don't have to worry about anything because the blunt damage does so much. I should probably switch to my two-handed as well and actually try that out, because you never know, maybe... oh, never mind, I can't even switch. Yeah, I actually forgot that they had just given me some random weapon here, because this is exactly the same kind of weapon that I'm using. Alright, great, great, great. Anyway, let's see. Oh, no, they actually gave us the same thing. Okay, well, that's absolutely fine. We do have a teammate with a two-handed. I'm a little bit worried about him, actually. Let's try and do some damage. Yep, try to get that out the way. Thank you very much. Try to get this guy out the way, too. In just a moment. There we go, there we go. Nice, nice, nice. And maybe we can... Yes. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, and we just need one more little hit, and there it is. Yeah, we're actually leveling up our one-handed skill really nicely this way as well, and that's kind of the reason why I was like, yeah, I don't really need to use my one-handed in actual battles, because we're going to be able to level that up through tournaments and or brawls as well. I don't actually know whether we can level up through brawls. It feels to me like you can't. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't know, but it feels like you don't actually gain skill when you're in a brawl situation. But maybe that's, maybe I just haven't noticed. I don't know. It could be that I just haven't noticed that. Anyway, we are with our friend here. We're up against him right now. This is a little bit sad, but maybe not so much, because we are going to achieve victory. And we're going to be getting close. Look at that. We just knocked him down. We knocked him down so easily right there. Look at that. That was nicely done. Look at that. That is fantastic. And we've already completed, basically we're like over half of the way there for completing the tournaments. And the only thing we need to do is figure out the whole, you know, teeth conversion thing. And once we've done that, we'll probably be in a greater position. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go to the Artisan District and look for goblins. I don't know what this is. You found a group of goblins. They notice your presence and are deciding whether to submit or fight. The goblins take one good look at your big warband and immediately start groveling. "We's join you, big boss," they squeak. Actually, they wouldn't sound like that. They'd sound a little bit higher, but I can't actually do that. So I'm just going to say, good, now get in line. There we go. Okay, yeah, so we just got some goblins. We got 18. 18. Wow, okay, 18 goblins. All right, thanks very much. That is not bad at all, if I do say so myself. Okay, so we can now get imposing stature. That's what we'll do. We'll get shield bearer, I guess. Yeah, shield bearer sounds pretty good. We're almost leveled up as well, by the way. And let's take a look at our skills here. Obviously, I need to level up two-handed. That is lagging behind a little bit, but that's very, very easy for us to do while on horseback. I need to win another 30 battles. Should be pretty easy for auto-resolves. Brawls is where I am losing pretty badly here. For me personally, if I mean, obviously, I don't really think that they care about my feedback that much, but I think the modding team has done a fantastic job with this quest. But the only thing that I would personally like to see is have brawls be 10. I'd like to have brawls be 10 instead of 25 for this first portion of the quest, because, well, it seems like the most difficult one to do, with the exception of, I don't even know how to convert the loot to teeth, but hopefully I'll be able to figure that out. Hopefully someone will tell me, or I can Google it. Hopefully there is some kind of answer out there somewhere. But otherwise, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.